What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Woxki MMA channel. Today I'm breaking down UFC Fight Night Gamrot versus Salkilld. It just wrapped up. We're going to go over the results, who I think the guys should fight next, and yeah. Website isn't working, so we're just gonna go off these. But anyway, okay, so everyone's a winner. Alrighty-o. This website sucks. Salkilld did not win a unanimous decision. He got the first round submission against Mateuz Gamrot. And he just looked great out there. He stumbled Gamrot in the striking at range early on. Gamrot shot in on a takedown. Quillan was very good at maintaining position. At multiple points, he took the back. Gamrot did scramble well. He got Salkilld into a 50-50 heel hook kind of position, leg lock kind of thing. And Salkilld, he stayed in there. He got Gamrot's foot off of where it needed to be, and he got out of that position. He then went on to get Gamrot into the clinch against the fence. He was riding the back of Gamrot. Gamrot was trying to kind of shake him off, trying to get him up high, but Salkilld just stayed strong, stayed in the position, got the rear naked choke. This is now the second time Gamrot has been submitted in the UFC. Salkilld did it faster than Oliveira did, if that goes towards anything. And he's looking for a top 5 name next. I think a Benoit Saint Denis matchup is probably the most likely thing, considering, both guys fought recently, neither took much damage. But the Oliveira fight would be really fun, I think. Salkilld versus Oliveira, especially since Oliveira is not fighting Sarukian. Should run that one sometime soon. Or, I don't know, if Diego Lopez moves up, he wouldn't be a top 5 name, but he would be, a former title challenger. It'd be a good fight for Salkilld as well. So, it's looking good. It's going to be good for Salkilld. It's going to be bad for Gamrot. I think this is just, another unranked opponent for Gamrot. Maybe a Tafik Masayev. Maybe Tom Nolan. Maybe, someone coming up the rankings. But it was a pretty, Gamrot just kind of got bullied and beat at his own game. And, that's got to be pretty demoralizing. I wonder if he's going to bounce back the same. With the Charles Oliveira fight, there was kind of the built-in excuse of like, well, it was short notice. It was, it's against one of the best grapplers in the world. But now that he's lost to Salkilld, I don't know if he's going to come back the same. But yeah, I picked Salkilld by TKO. He won by submission. Picking outcomes is a fool's game. We'll get to that a bit later. Moving on, Diego Ferreira versus Billy Quarantillo. I had Diego Ferreira by decision. He won by decision. And yeah, it was, like I said in my breakdown, it was kind of this fight that was close rounds, but punctuated by Ferreira hurting Quarantillo, because his defense is just not all that. Paramount stream did cut out during this fight, so I did miss a fair bit of it, but I know enough to tell you that Quarantillo, he looks slow out there. He was throwing these head kicks, body kicks, just really slow, whereas Diego Ferreira, he was landing the body kick at will, the right hand. He was just looking really good out there. Quarantillo's defense has always been a bit sus. I suppose the jump up in weight class was kind of good for his chin, but he was still getting wobbled. He was still getting hurt. I think both guys should retire, honestly. I know Ferreira looked good, but he's 42. Leave the football before the football leaves you. And Quarantillo, same kind of thing. He's not all that. He's not all that. But either way, can't complain. Was a fun fight from what I saw. But this one was a bit of a squash match. Darren Elkins versus Yadier del Valle. I picked Del Valle by, I think it was round 1 finish, round 1 submission maybe. He won by knockout. yeah, just under a minute demolition. Elkins was trying to channel his Justin Gaethje. He was not Justin Gaethje. And yeah, there was a Yadier del Valle highlight for the highlight reel. Keeps getting layups though, first he gets a rigged fight, then he gets this. And he lost to Jordan Levitt. Or, is it Jordan Levitt? Jordan Levitt's the one who fought Paddy Pimblett. Hang on a second. We need to check this, brother. We need to check this, brother. But yeah, it was just a squash match. It was Jordan Levitt. I just feel bad for Darren the Damage Elkins. And, I think it's good that he's retiring, but his career went on a little too long. Listen to his media day interview for this fight week versus his post-fight at UFC 209. His voice is all fucked up. It's not looking good. I hope he's okay, but Yadier del Valle gets it done. And they need to stop giving him layups, I think. Maybe now Berto Montez could be a good fight, maybe David Onama, who knows? But moving on, Amando Lemos versus Alexia Thainara. Hang on a second. There we go. I wonder if the graphics are working now. No. No, it scrolls back to the fucking thing. Okay, cool. Lemos did not win. Thainara won by decision. But it was a pretty close fight. That first round, that was a Thainara round, I reckon. She just got the stuff going in the clinch. Round 2, they were kind of landing back and forth. Lemos knocked down Thainara like once or twice. And then Thainara kind of like shot in on a panic takedown. One judge managed to give that round to Thainara, which is just crazy. But then in the third round, Thainara gets a knockdown, gets the grappling going, and Lemos is just a bit tired. But it was a scrappy fight, good fight for WMMA standards. And yeah, Lemos, she's still got like a bit in the tank. And Thainara is a very she's a big opponent for the weight class. Whereas, it's women's strawweight, it doesn't get any lighter. Lemos kind of has a bit of a disadvantage there. But, good stuff for Thainara. She is, like it or not, she is a prospect. But I think she would lose to a Gillian Robertson or Jillian Robertson. I think she would, she'd lose to Jillian Robertson. She'd lose to Weili Zhang. She'd lose to Mackenzie Dern. But, sometimes a fight like this is good for someone to kind of get the experience, get the wrinkles and whatever, the feather in their cap, whatnot. Moving on, Ty Miller demolishes Billy Ray Goff in round 2. Goff's corner says, keep circling. They don't throw in the towel. And that was really poor by them. But Ty Miller, clinical performance against Billy Ray Goff. Definitely needs to step up in competition. I'm thinking maybe not Islam Dulatov, but that could be a fun fight. I'm thinking Yoel Alvarez. I'm thinking, someone like this, a bit more of like a dynamic fighter, someone who can kind of challenge him in the grappling. We haven't seen a lot of grappling out of Ty Miller. And I know Goff kind of got some stuff going early in this fight, but Miller definitely needs a jump up in competition. I picked Ty Miller. He won. I picked him by decision. And I also picked Thainara. So I got all my main card picks right, but then it gets a bit shaky at the prelims. Steve Asplund wins a 29-28 decision. Pat has a bit of success in round 2, but Asplund is he's a dog. He's really good for the he's good for the heavyweight division. And once again, I would like to see him get a step up in competition. I'm talking Jose Montana. I'm talking there's not a lot of heavyweights. Maybe Taliesin Teixeira. That could be a good fight. But win for Steve Asplund. He's got a bit of hype going. Close fight with Vitor Petrino, which I think is going to age pretty well. And hype is still going. Pat has not looked good in the UFC. They should probably cut him. Or put him in there against Kevin Christensen if he's still in the UFC. But yeah, moving on. Diego Ferreira gets the late round 1 knockout against Bruno Lopez. I had Lopez by sub. He lost. What the fuck is going on here? What is this? But yeah, got a feel for Lopez. He's probably going to get cut from the UFC. Still don't rate Nurgajet. I think that when they give him a good opponent, he is not like I don't know. I'm still not high on Nurgajet, but he did beat Lopez. You got to give him some credit there. Moving on, Louis Sutherland versus Jose Montana. Hi guys, what's up? Sutherland gets submitted by Jose Montana. I watched the tape. I thought Montana was going to lose. He did not look good, but just how bad is Tai Tuivasa? Louis Sutherland, now 1-3 in the UFC. I feel for the guy, but, Jose Montana, heavyweight prospect, gets the submission. I kind of need to watch this fight back, I will admit. I did not really watch the prelims. I was sleepy. Moving on. Richie Miranda versus Manuel Souza. Manuel Souza loses a decision. Manuel Souza wins a decision. Richie Miranda loses. I thought Richie Miranda had a chance. He did better than a lot of people anticipated, but Souza is a good bona fide lightweight prospect, so kudos to him. I got that fight wrong. Gianni Vasquez comes in short notice against Miles Johns, gets knocked out late round 1. Miles Johns, the Josh Emmett, I'll wing it overhand style, actually gets him a win. Good on him. His original opponent, Jesse Rosas, pulled out, and then Vasquez came in. I had Miles Johns winning against Vasquez. I had him losing against Rosas. He gets it done, and Juliana Miller beats Ravina Oliveira. Ravina Oliveira is now 0-4 in the UFC. And Juliana Miller, she looked good. Good for her. This was a short notice fight. Carol Foro won. Gigi Canuto, I think she's from Tough. This fight came together like this week. Did not watch. But yeah, that's about it. Quillan Salkilld looked really good. And Mateuz Gamrot, I think this is I think he might be a bit over the hill now. I mean, he's still gonna demolish these unranked guys. He's just gonna be in a perpetual win one, lose one, I fear. And maybe poor Gamrot. Salkilld did better than Arman Sarukian. Just how good is Quillan Salkilld? I think he really I think maybe Arman beats him, but against Oliveira, he could be a live dog. Against Holloway, Quillan Salkilld versus Max Holloway, that could be a fun fight. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on the card. Like and subscribe if you like the video or don't. And yeah, that's it.